Good morning. Thank you for joining me for a few moments in the Word. I want to share something with you that I've been meditating on this morning. It's found in Matthew chapter 16, and I'm going to begin with verse 18, but I'm going to read this out of the Passion Translation. It says, I give you the name Peter, a stone, and this truth of whom I am will the bedrock foundation on which I will build my church, my legislative assembly. Let me back up. I want to start in verse 17. Jesus replied, You are favored and privileged, Simon, son of Jonah, for you didn't discover this on your own, but my Father in heaven has supernaturally revealed it to you. I give you the name Peter, a stone, and this truth of who I am will be the bedrock foundation on which I will build my church, my legislative assembly. Let's stop right there for a minute. So Peter received a revelation from the Father, and Jesus is telling Peter that this is how he's building his church, upon revelation of the Word. And it becomes the very foundation, the very bedrock of the church. And the church, he calls the church his legislative assembly. Who is or what is a legislative assembly? A legislative assembly is a body of people that make and uphold laws. Now listen to this. Against this legislative assembly, he says, and the power of death will not be able to overpower it. Death has no power over the legislative assembly. That's the church. But the legislative assembly has power over death. I will give you the keys of heaven's kingdom realm to forbid on earth that which is forbidden in heaven, and to release on earth that which is released in heaven. So we, as the legislative assembly, are the representatives of heaven. And whatever is illegal in heaven, we are able to bind that in the earth. And whatever is legal in heaven, we are able to loose that in the earth. It is so necessary, especially in these last days, that we as the body of Christ realize who we are, what our authority is, the power that's been given to us to back up that authority, to know what is legal in heaven and what is not legal in heaven, so we can represent that in the earth. I love you. I look forward to being with you again, you believers, on Monday.